Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another video. So in this lesson we're going to deal with the fact that we have, if we come to the opponent AI, obviously we have the opponent defeated working, but we don't have anything for the opponent won. And the opposite is true of the play one movement script. So now it's a case of transferring code from one script to another so that they both work for if they both won or lost. So we'll begin with this static bool that says play one round one. Let's come to the opponent AI. And we'll copy that in. Let's have a look where I put it. And obviously this is just going to entail changing player for opponent. So let's now have a look. So in the opponent AI we've got opponent defeated and player defeated. This doesn't match with our play one movement script, so let's just change that from player defeated to opponent won. And let's just copy that. We'll need to change that in the switch block. And let's come down. And we'll change that there in the void. We'll also come back up to the top of the script, so let's have a look where I put everything. So opponent defeated final hit anim. What did we use? Yep, just defeated and won. So let's get rid of final hit. That's and we'll just change that into the comments. I'll just copy and paste that line in, and obviously we're just going to change that to opponent won. And let's just copy the opponent defeated anim again, and we'll come down and have a look at these errors. And we'll just switch that out. And while we're here, let's change the naming convention of this void, where we call the defeated animation to defeated animation. Let's just copy that, and it's just here where we need to change it in set opponent defeated. So let's change that out. And we'll copy the animation void. As while we're here, we might as well set up the opponent 1 animation void. So let's do that now. And we'll just save that off there for a moment. So I'm just going to make sure these are all assigned. So for the Black Robot player 1, that's fine. And the opponent AI script, so defeated and won. Again, I'll just use the street fighting demo for the winning animation. And let's have a look. And I'll assign the defeated animation in the opponent AI script. Okay, now let's come back. I'll just copy a debug log into the opponent 1. Shouldn't be necessary, but just in case I do need to uncomment it at some point for debugging, might as well get that in place. So set opponent defeated. We really need to, in fact, let's come to the player 1. Let's come down and just find where we're at in this script. So we can actually comment that out. Let's just copy that and we'll paste it in to the opponent AI. And of course, it's all about setting to player to opponent. So player 1 anim, opponent 1 anim, we need to change that to in fact, let's just copy and paste one of the other lines where we change the state. We'll paste that in. And just make sure it's set to opponent 1. And again, we'll just save that off for the time being. Let's scroll up. So we have the opponent defeated void here, opponent 1. We can get rid of the idle animation line. So all this is a case of transferring code again. So player defeated player 1. And opponent defeated. So let's have a look. We can copy all the move lines from the opponent defeated. So let's just copy those. As you can see, I'm stopping short of this bit of code here. And let's paste that in. So from the player 1, let's just copy the if statement and the stop coroutine. And of course we need to change this to opponent anim. Let me have a look here. And I'm just going to copy that naming convention. So even though the play 1 we tested in 2 videos ago was working, let's just change that to player 1 anim. That's where it should be. So now we can change this here. Let's have a look. So if final hit animation is playing, again we'll just change that to 1. So I'm just having a look here. And the stop coroutines need to be changed, so let's just come down in the player 1 movement to player 1. We actually want to stop the player 1 FSM. Which makes the opponent 1 correct by default. So now we can do the, let's come to the player defeated. Again, we can copy these movement lines from the player 1. Let's just paste those in. And we've got a little more to change this time. So we'll come to the opponent AI, opponent defeated, and we're going to copy all this in. So below the collision flags and just before stop coroutine, all this code can be copied. And we're going to have to change things. We obviously, all these temp game objects we've set up, player 1 is going to have to be changed to opponent. And it's not going to be player 1 manager, we're going to be finding, it's going to be the opponent manager. And of course I'll just tidy up the comments as I go. Again, player 1 temp becomes opponent temp. Opponent manager temp dot get component is going to be the opponent manager. So I'm just going through and changing the comments here. Player 1 character, I believe it's current opponent. Yes it is, so let's come back. And we'll change it there. Player 1 temp is obviously going to be opponent temp. And I forgot the capital T there. Send message, set player 1, set opponent 1. Player 1 movement is now going to be a reference to the opponent AI. And that's going to be the opponent round 1. So let's just fix that typo there. Should be a capital R. Let me have a look in a moment. Yeah, we can set that to true still, and I'll just copy opponent AI into the comments, opponent anim. So player 1 anim is playing player 1 defeated anim. If that's the case, we'll return. If not, once the animation is finished, we can stop the coroutine. Let's just save that off there. And I'm just going to come to the top of the player 1 movement. Player 1 round 1 should have a capital R. And it's just the one error here we need to fix. And we'll save that off there. We'll leave it here for this video. We'll do a little testing in the next video. But As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And as always, until then, bye for now.